Well, hello there, Libra. How are you? It is so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today we are doing your mid-November reading. This is good from now until mid-December. So we'll take a look at the overall energy with the oracle cards, and then we'll move to the tarot for more details about any obstacles on your path or areas of resistance, and of course, advice from Spirit. And Libra, we are still in the energy of that new moon in Scorpio that occurred on Monday. So I had a special reading up about the new moon in Scorpio, and I also created a reflection journal around that energy. So if you're interested, you may want to check that out. I'll also put a link to the reflection journal in the description box below. It's totally free and a gift from me to you, so I hope you enjoy. All right, let's take a look here. Oh my goodness, what on earth, Libra? I'm so excited because I feel like your readings lately have been a little bit, like you're really working through things, and good for you. So you have miracles. Expect the wondrous to emerge, okay? And then you have dove spirit, be peace. And this is, the dove energy is just an energy of just feeling peace, no turmoil, no anxiety, just kind of like, okay, I get it. It's all going to work out for me. And I think that maybe for some of you, you have been using that mantra for a long time. It's going to work out for me. It's all going to be good. It's going to work out, right? And you may have been saying that over and over again. And now all of a sudden, the miracles are coming in. And it says, expect the wondrous to emerge. So that's the energy that I have here, is that sometimes when we start with a mantra, like the wondrous will emerge, right? Or all will work out for me to my highest good. Sometimes we can get into saying a mantra, right? And we just start it. And sometimes if you don't have a mantra, you may want to try it, and just every time you feel anxious or something, just repeat your mantra. And at first, it may seem a little bit foreign, or you might be in the back of your mind, yeah, right. But if you continue with it, all of a sudden you will start seeing a shift. It's when we see that shift, then all of a sudden we start saying it with believing it. And once you can believe it, then, oh my goodness, the miracles really do start coming in. So let's take a look at this. Yes, because we have in your obstacles, the round and round. I feel like there is a situation or something that's coming back around to show you, where you may need to break a pattern, or I think the air signs, this round of readings really has been about your mindset, not what somebody else is doing, but perhaps what you are doing to prevent having the miracles come in, right? And that could be because you have people around you that are negative or toxic, but it's also understanding I'm allowing myself to listen to that or fall into that pattern, or allow them to bring down my vibration, instead of learning how to protect yourself from that type of energy, removing yourself from that type of energy, and then just keeping your energy at a higher level. Yeah, this is beautiful. Okay, this is ending in a good way. Yeah, to the sea. Okay, and you have the soulmates. Interesting. Gemini had a little bit of a similar message, where it's kind of like there's some type of conflict in some relationship that you have. It could be romantic, but it could be family, it could be friend, it could be at work. It doesn't matter. It could be your next door neighbor. Okay, there's a conflict, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. But understanding that part of the journey is allowing things to work out for their highest good. Right? When we try to control or try to convince somebody else about our perspective or our viewpoint on something, that is even a form of control, right? It's allowing. And the to the sea is allowing things to go naturally, all right? The way that they are meant to go. Sometimes, it's worth putting some effort into it, but if we put effort into it, and it just seems like we're getting more of the same because you have the round and round, means like, yeah, I'm getting more and more of the same out of this person. they're not changing their viewpoint, they're still being negative, whatever it is, it's understanding, okay, they're not going to change. So the only thing that I can do is change. And changing a lot of times means allowing the relationship to go in the direction that it is meant to go. Sometimes we hold on to something because we want it dearly for one reason or another. And yet at the same time, maybe we have learned everything we're meant to learn from that person or from that situation. It could be time for it to let go. But other times, perhaps the other person is going through something, right? Or the situation needs to evolve. Maybe you've evolved to a higher level than this other person or situation. And sometimes just allowing it to kind of like have its due course and allow that person to do some deeper healing or see things in a different perspective on their own, all of a sudden raises their vibration, and then you can come back together. And that's what I think is happening here, okay? It could be that maybe you're separated from this person or you're just giving them some time, right? Which is a good indication that, I do feel like for some of you, you could run into this person like on the street or something like that. There could be something like that, or just hear from them, get a message from them. But I do feel like this is somebody that wants to tell you their side of the truth. Okay, I think that they want to have a conversation, but it's a peaceful conversation. It could be that they want to say, you know what, I agree. We're not going to be eye to eye with this. Maybe it is time to go our own ways. But then at least it has a peaceful ending, wishing each other well, right? For others of you, it could be that they come in, they speak their truth. You can compromise, you can find equal footing again, and then there's peace in the situation, in the connection. So let's see what we have here for your present energy. Yeah, here you are. You're the Empress, feeling blessed, right? And yet at the same time, there's something here that you're worried about. Okay. The other thing is that this could also represent, and gender doesn't matter, but represent how you feel about somebody else. Like you may love somebody else. Okay. But at this time, there's some conflict because the two of you aren't seeing eye to eye. Doesn't mean you still don't love that person, right? I mean, you may not be happy with what's going on in the relationship at this time, but there could still be a lot of deep love in the relationship. There's this sense that you feel like this relationship brings you something, and yet at the same time, you're worried about it. There's some anxiety here. You're not sure where this is going to go. Now, this truly is a soulmate, okay? So it could be a family member, romantic partner. It could be a business partner. It could be somebody that's really important to you in your life, whether, they're just... I say just a neighbor, but just a neighbor that really is, always there for you. This is somebody that's kind of always there for you, but there's something going on in the relationship. So let's see what we have here. Yeah, I feel like there's some kind of conflict that has happened here. You have the Seven of Swords. You may feel like this person, I don't want to say like betrayed you, okay? But I think that you're feeling like because they can't understand your perspective of a certain situation, right? Or they're not agreeing with you about how to proceed with something, right? I feel like you're thinking at this time that is a little bit of a betrayal. Okay, so let's just take, we have Thanksgiving coming up next week here in the United States, right? Let's say that this is your romantic partner and you were hoping that you could go to your house for Thanksgiving And they're thinking, no, I want to go to my house and my family's for Thanksgiving, right? And so, it's that type of thing. Well, if you really loved me, you would want to come to my house. And they could be saying the same thing, right? I'm not saying that this is like a betrayal, like literally like a third party or something like that. But there's something that you're feeling a little bit betrayed about. And you're reassessing what it is that you want to share with this person, right? It's the energy with the Page of Wands. I want to share good news with you, but I feel like you don't understand my perspective. I want to share with you Thanksgiving. I want to go to Thanksgiving with you. But yeah, at the same time, I feel maybe perhaps obligated to your family members that you want to go there too. You could be torn between two things and just not being able to kind of like see a resolution here. Yeah. So let's take a look at your obstacle. Yeah, you have the dark thoughts. You have the round and round. I feel like this is something that comes up often, where a similar situation, even though Thanksgiving is only once a year, but maybe this happens always on the holidays, right? Or you want to stay home and watch a movie on Saturday night, and they want to go out, and go bar hopping or something like that, and you're just seeing, it's kind of like there's something that you're seeing, and you're thinking, yeah, we're just not on the same page. We're not on the same page. And yet at the same time, there's a lot of love in this situation. And that's where these dark thoughts are coming, right? This is where this anxiety is coming. It's kind of like, well, can this last? We don't see eye to eye on this situation, or we're looking at all of the different things that we have, getting kind of confused. I don't know if this is really what I want or not. Or perhaps the other person is kind of saying this to you. They could be kind of coming in and saying, I'm not really sure. What is it that I want? So let's see what we have here. Yeah, you have the King of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, and the Moon. This is something you don't see coming. Yeah. I feel like there's something that has to be cleared out here. Okay, so you have the Tower, you have the Five of Wands, and the Four of Pentacles. There's something that is being held back here, and especially with the Seven of Swords. There's some type of a secret that is being held back. But once again, I don't mean that it's like a detrimental secret. I think somebody is not sharing their feelings in this situation. For some of you, I feel like if you are separated from somebody at this time, there is this energy where I feel like they want to come back, but they're fearful. They want to come in and express their feelings, their truth, okay? And yet at the same time, they're holding themselves back. They're kind of like sabotaging their own happiness because they won't share their feelings or share how they feel about you, or even come in and kind of like apologize for something that they've done. This is the energy of somebody's, either you or the person that you're dealing with. Somebody is holding back either an apology or an explanation. Somebody, why they did something. But I feel like, yeah, with the Tower, I think that they're coming in to clear up this confusion. There's a sense of confusion, right? Chaos, conflict, because, wow, they want a long-term committed relationship. They want things to be good between the two of you. So I think part of this is because you have true love and you have peace. I think that this is coming in, I really feel like this is happening around the holidays, and this is from now until mid-December, but I'll even take it to the end of 2023. I think somebody wants to come in and speak their piece, have their say, right? They want to speak their piece. They want to share what they are feeling about this situation. And I think that Spirit is kind of like coming in and saying, First, you have to allow yourself to get peaceful in your mind about what is important in this situation. Because I think that there's hurt feelings on both sides here, but there's hurt feelings for different reasons, right? And so it's understanding why you are in this energy of feeling hurt and pain in this situation, so that you can speak your truth when they come in. It's because I think the goal here is peace. You have peace, right? Twice you have peace. It's about having peace in your mind about the situation and how you feel, and being peaceful with that, okay? Whether this person is going to be part of your life or not, just understanding your core values, what is important to you, right? And having peace with that and being able to communicate that with this person. And I think the other person is doing the same thing. They're trying to put into words in a peaceful way how they are feeling about the situation. And then when the two of you come together, it is about trying to find a peaceful resolution. Miracles can happen. People can come back and say, wait a minute, I've given this some thought, okay, this is important to you. I understand why. Or they could come in and ask a question. I'm really not sure why you want to go see your family on Thanksgiving. I mean, we see them all the time. We never see my family. There's an explanation. There's something here more than what you know. Okay. And for some of you, I'm going to say, because we have the new moon in Scorpio, I'm trying to find that. Yeah. I think that there's something deeper. What the person that you are dealing with has some type of secret, okay, or just holding back a feeling or an emotion that you have not yet thought of, okay, and or it could be something that has not been voiced, a perspective of the situation that they have not even thought of, or you haven't thought of theirs, okay? So it could be that, say, it's the Thanksgiving, right? And you're like, no, I really want to go to my family's house. And they're like, no. And you're like, okay, well, that's it. We have to separate because this isn't working. Every year we have this argument, right? And then they come back and they say to you, the reason that I really and truly want to go to my family's house for Thanksgiving is because when I was a kid, and they could come, they could really, like, they're opening themselves up emotionally. That's what I want you to know, Libra. I feel like either this person is going to open up emotionally about why it's important to them to a level that you haven't ever seen in them, okay? Or you're going to open up to them in a way that they have never seen you. And it opens the realm of true intimacy, of, being vulnerable. And that is what brings in the sense of peace. Because, if you think about it, have you ever had an argument with somebody and it's kind of like, oh my goodness, it's like, oh my gosh, where are they coming from? I don't even get that. And you could even try to talk to a friend about it, whatever. And then you find out what is really going on with them. And then you're like, oh my gosh, like if you had just told me that, I would have understood from the very beginning. But a lot of times, those things that are really hard for us to share, whether it's you sharing or this other person sharing, sometimes those things that are really hard to share, we just feel like it's written on my arm, like you should be able to tell, right? Or it's just like such a vulnerable act that we're not ready to go there. This is a breakthrough. To me, this is a miracle because it's a breakthrough. Either you or the other person or both of you are able to finally to express, wow, this is really deep. My heart chakra is just like really opening up. Yeah, I feel like this is an opportunity for there to be peace in this situation. So Libra, I encourage you that if there is a conversation between you and somebody else, that you come into it a little bit with that open-mindedness, because I think Spirit is actually coming to you and saying, we might need your help here, Libra. You know, because I feel like if the other person is about to, open up, I'm going to say, this is kind of like, you have the Tower. I think this is like an epiphany. This is something you do not see coming, right? And when they say that, right, to have the open heart to receive this information, it changes the total dynamics of this relationship. Yeah. And for some of you, you could be the one, okay? This is like a bombshell moment, right? Like, whoa, I didn't see that coming. I did not expect that. Okay, so let's get to your advice here. Yeah, you have true love, the healing light. Oh my, yeah, I mean, I think the thing is that there is true healing here, not just for the connection, not just for the other person, but also for you. Understanding that this is a healing that is on such a deep level. And you're not expecting it, except now that you know, but it's kind of like this energy of, no, I just never would have thought that at all. Yeah. You know, you probably can think of a situation like that, you know, where you can think back and think, wow, I did not recognize that person was feeling that way or thinking that. And when you do, it's like your heart totally, like you could have this hardened heart, and then you all of a sudden it's kind of like, oh my goodness, like your heart just opens. It's kind of like it's kind of like the Grinch, where his heart grows 3 times, right? It's that type of energy. Yeah, and it's a beautiful energy of going. I want to see what is next. Oh yeah. Yeah. This is so good, because I do feel like for some of you, you have either ended this or you're thinking it's ending, right? But now the truth is coming out about what was so difficult in the situation. Some truth is coming to light. This is the bombshell moment, right? Where's my Tower again? You know, this is the energy of getting this truth, understanding. Oh my goodness, here it is, right? Then you can move forward. The Chariot is being able to move out of turbulent times into more victorious energy, right? And here you have somebody coming in, expressing their love, okay? The vulnerable moment, okay? Somebody's coming in, and it ends one chapter in this relationship. It truly ends this energy of feeling like you're not emotionally connected on some level, right? It literally ends it and bursts it open to this new higher level. So it's not like the energy that connection ends. It's this energy of a feeling like I can't share everything that I need to tell you. Yeah. If you have a connection where you feel like somebody's keeping a secret, or there's always this distance, this gap between you, right? This could be that person that just kind of like opens up to you and says, you know, I got to tell you something. And, you know, it's all about love. This could be a friend that you have, right? Somebody that you're just a friend with. And then all of a sudden they say, I have to tell you something. I totally love you. You know, I want to take this to the romantic side. And you're just like, what? And it would end just being friends and stepping into this energy of being romantic, having a romantic relationship. Yeah. But there is, I think, some conflict that occurs. And the reason that conflict occurs is because somebody in this connection is holding something back. They're holding back, sharing just how much love they have for you, or you have for them. Like, I think it's mutual. I think it's definitely mutual. All right, Libra. Oh my goodness. I would love to hear in the comments, who do you think this is? This is beautiful energy. Wow. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of like the Hallmark movie. All right. Well, Libra, let's get a soul truth card here for you. And I do personal readings. So if you're interested, I would really be honored to do a reading for you. The link is in the description box below. And please also check out that reflection journal with the new moon in Scorpio. I'll have that down there too for you. All right, what else could this mean? Yes, that's exactly what this is. Like, you think that I think you think that this is over, or there's something, right? And the truth of the matter is that the way that they're acting, okay, this is like the scenario where, you feel like, the person you've been dating for like 5 years suddenly disappears for a day or something, and they're like keeping secrets, and then, your mind goes in all directions of what they're doing, and then all of a sudden they show up and, they have an engagement ring and they want to get married. And it's that type of energy. All right, there are always multiple ways to look at every situation. Our first reaction is usually rooted in our fears and limiting beliefs. Look at a situation today by stepping outside of the trigger and ask, what else could this mean? Yeah, because there's a different meaning here. There is definitely a different meaning. There is a big surprise on the horizon for you. All right, well, I'm going to leave it there, Libra. I wish you so much love and light, and I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.